exciting episode where we're once again on the Isle of Islay, but today's video is a special video because we're going to get the ferry to Jura, which is like the nearest Hebridean island to Islay. And yeah, we're excited, we're on our way, and we're in the back of the old vintage Land Rover. 1970 Land Rover, folks. And we've got the picnic, so we're living the dream, folks. Look at this, that's the Isle of Islay out there. It's so bumpy in here, I can hardly hold the camera straight. Right folks, we're now on the ferry to Jura. This was just a quick turnaround. We came down the road and we're already on. So like I was saying folks, we're on the ferry to Jura right now. That was a quick turnaround. We came down the road and boom, the boy was waving us onto the ferry. It was incredible. Very efficient, and it's kind of is advisable, like if you're ever on an island, you should come to Jura. It's an easy trip. As we're away to prove with this video. Look how smooth the water is out there and the sun's shining. Don't even know if you can see it. The water here is called the Sounds of Jura, is it now? Or is this the Sounds of Islay? You know, I think the Sounds of Jura is at the other side of Jura. I think this is called the Sounds of Islay. But yeah, this is going to be a Jura adventure folks, so hold on to your seats. Go and make yourself a cuppy. It's going to be a good episode. This is crazy folks, the door of the ferry is starting to open at the front. We're just coming into the port. I'll video out AKR's window here briefly. Incredible scenes out here on the ferry. We've been lucky, each ferry crossing the water's just super smooth. There it is bottoming out on the ground. He's getting it full throttle there to get it up onto the edge. Oh, that must be us. You could feel the boat total bedding up onto the ground. This is the Isle of Ferry, the Jura ferry folks, and we've made it. We're actually getting off the ferry. It's quite cool. It's quite a quick river crossing. And this is the only road around the island that we're on now, which is super cool. Right folks, we've now landed on Jura and we're just taking a look at the paps of Jura now. This is its paps over here, there and there. And then look at this stunning view looking down towards Craig House, which is the little village you come through where the Jura distillery is. If any of us had a wee drink of the Jura whiskey, that's where it all comes from. Every bit of it, down there at that wee village. Out here in the wilds. Gets transported all around the world. Right then folks, we've come as far as the main road goes. This is as far as the public road goes on the river, on the Isle of Jura. And look, this is the sort of road we've been driving on. It's like a mud track. And look at this sign here, it says the North End. Well, we're going to have a look at this whirlpool up here at the Gulf of Corryvreckan. But actually it's probably like 5 miles, because we're away down here now. It's going to be too far a walk, I think. That'll be like a 10-mile round trip. But it's so interesting to see bits of this island, compare it to the rest of Scotland, and it's absolutely stunning everywhere. Yeah, here's the sign, look, end of public road. I think this is the end of the road, folks. It's not often you see a sign like that when you're out driving. But the landscape all around is just, you get awestruck by it. Absolutely insane. Rolling hills and high mountains, and there's even stags with like massive horns and stuff. I don't even know if, probably doesn't come out on the camera. But the hills and mountains just keep on going. And there's tons of other wee like historical bits in between them all, but yeah, I just thought I would show you the end of the road on Islay. On Jura. Now here we go. Get my elbow out. This is the first time I've ever driven on Jura.
That's actually true, yeah.
I might have to take a cut here.
You might. I think you probably thought, oh, maybe not.
I will just go for it, eh? Look at this, eh? What a landscape we're in. The door just made a noise.
I don't think it's really right shot.
Alright. This is it, I should be presenting, eh? I should be saying, oh shoot, well look where I'm going. Right folks, we've just driven a bit further back down this road here on Jura, and look, we found this old abandoned dam. There's been like a serious amount of work put in, and I think the water must have been at this side at one time. And look, the dam wall's still in position, but nowadays there's been a hole like busted through it. So I'm thinking there must have been like a mill water wheel of some sort further down there for the island of Jura. And like, wow, it's so crazy to see a dam which has got a hole busted through the wall on it. It's a bit like the Loch Chandra Dam, except this is how it would look if it had been breached. And I just thought I would come for a closer look, folks. Since we're out here in Jura, it's cool to document all these wee historical nuggets like this abandoned dam. See, I think the wall here would have connected over at one time. Look at this, there's actually a big like cast iron pipe. The cast iron pipe goes in there and then it leads right out under the water. Wow, this is so cool, folks. Let's take a look at this cast iron pipe if I can. I need to get back here though, so I'm being cautious. Ah! My foot went in the water! Look at that, folks, real adventures on the channel here. My foot just went in the water, but that is the risk of exploring. Look, there's the cast iron pipe. The water, at one time, when this dam was full, the water would have been way up above my head, and this is where the outlet would have gone, which would have either gone down the valley and fed, like, I'm not even sure what it would have fed, but it would have either been like a water wheel maybe, or a lathe for a mill, or even potentially like water supply for people drinking. Yeah, the water's just crystal clear down here. Look at this. I've got a really wet foot, look.
You actually wonder if this is actually busted in the door, don't you? Or it's up to the wall. Because that pipe must have gone under the wall originally.
Yeah, it looks like it's been manually busted, but I'm not sure.
I don't know. You know how once the water starts to go?
Yeah, we don't know if it's been, there's maybe been a natural occurrence that's busted this through, or it could have been just taken out by a person, eh? There's a fair flow of water coming through here though. It felt refreshing getting my foot into the cold water, but it's no very good having a wet foot, I suppose, for the rest of the day, but we'll see. That's all the fun of adventuring, folks, out here in the wilds of Jura. At least I can say I've dipped a toe in the water at Jura now.
I think that side, has that been overflowed now?
Oh, aye.
Originally. But when it was full.
Aye, you could be right. Yeah, AKR's just telling us the overflow looks like it's come round the far side here. It's been kind of just a rough overflow cut into the ground.
I don't know see how deep that was.
Wow, it's really deep.
Yeah.
It looks really deep, eh?
It'll fall off, right?
I know. That pipe just ends there, so this must have been, there must have been more to that pipe, I think. There's been a serious amount of labour going into building the thing with all these separate little stains. It must have stood here for a good few years. It's all just local stones they've taken off the hill. And then it's been constructed. This must have been pretty much a man-made loch at one time. Right folks, we've now come a little bit further down Jura and we're going to this beautiful little secluded beach down here. We've just parked the old landy here at the roadside. And yeah, here we go. This sort of little beach is just white sands and pure clear water. It's stunning. Look at this folks, this is heaven. Absolutely incredible. It's white sands and clear seas. Just check this landscape here. I'm going to get my shoes and my socks off and I'm going to head right into that water because it just looks so appealing. On a summer's day like this, a summer's morning, it's so refreshing. And look what you can see here, these little coily bits. That's where those like worms are under the ground. And then like when the shite, it puts that little spiral of sand up to the surface. So these little worms are just everywhere around here. Wow. Just look at this folks, this is a real deal. Wait, oh look, there's a little fish here. Maybe doesn't it come out in the camera? Tons of little fish. All swimming about. Look at this folks, I'm now in the middle of the sea. This is incredible, the water's so crystal clear and stunning. And look, I've taken the shoes off, even though my feet's already wet for being at that dam. It's so soft, the sand's so fine here. The water's so clear. The only animals that's under the water here now is those like worm things under the sand. But they'll do no harm to us. The water's just so crystal clear. It's often known until you're out in the middle of it that you see it. Sometimes from the shore you can't see it properly. Yeah, there's like a big rock thing here. Let's have a look. See if there's any creatures here. Any creatures at this rock? I don't see any. Wow. What a spot. This is like shallow. It's shallow quite far out here.
Out the window while you're driving along is quite nice.
Right, tucking you.
Alright folks, this is what the roads on Jura look like.
Road, singular.
The road on Jura we mean.
Oh, it's really big.
But that'll stabilise it. That's the joy of the GoPro Hero 8. Hats off to it, the technology. Just like this Land Rover was made for a purpose. This is Top Gear Jura edition. And these roads are literally like something out of a postcard. We're just cruising. And we're going to a gin distillery. That'll get the viewers excited surely. Channel cameraman and historian, a knower of all facts.
Yeah, there must be numbers on the back.
Look at this folks, we've parked up at the Lusa Gin Distillery and there's a couple of cool little bits of vintage equipment here. This is an old vintage fuel pump which might have been the main fuel pump for the island at one time, or no, like, but it would have definitely been a fuel pump of some sort. You didn't see many like that now.
An old straight wheel, I think that.
And then this is an old wheel which went on the back of a vintage tractor to give you extra traction. So that's a little bit of farming history right there. What a cool old place. But yeah, this is the Lusa Gin Distillery. So if you ever see that for sale anywhere in the world, this is where it came from. On the beautiful Isle of Jura. Even these old buildings have got so much character. Like this must be the Lusa cat here.
Some bin.
Such a nice colour, eh?
Does it look like Siamese, do you think? Hello. Hiya. You want to say hello to YouTube? You're scared, aren't you? You scared of me?
It's no stress thing.
You're happy, aren't you? Happy beast, aren't you? Oh, you're scratching. Yeah, you're a bit shy. What a happy little cat. Lusa cat, folks.
You get sort of botanical gins a lot more easily now, but
So there you go, folks. We were just in the Lusa gin distillery there, and I would really recommend coming over here to Jura to check it out. And it's going to be some of the best gin. You get a little taster there. If you go into the little bit there, they've got the still and everything for making it. And yeah, it was really interesting. And they got all the ingredients for it all around here on the island. So check it out, folks.